Okay, students, next we want to talk about lower bound and upper bound. Okay, so this is very important topic. Lower bound and upper bound. Okay, so for example, the question is this: find the greatest lower bound and least upper bound of the set 3, 9 and 12. Okay, find the lower bound and the least upper bound of this set. Okay, so by lower bound I mean that find those elements, okay, which divide all these elements, okay, and those elements should be less than or equal to these elements. Okay, mean we want to find by lower bound I mean that find those elements in Z plus. In Z plus mean in the set of positive integers, okay, which divide all these three elements. Okay, so what are all elements which divide all these three elements? You see, the very first element is 1. Why? Because 1 divides 3, 1 divides 9 and 1 divides 12. Okay, and then the second element is 3 because 3 divides 3, 3 divides 9, 3 divides 12. Okay, so these two are the elements which divide all these elements. Okay, uh, you cannot find any other element which divides all these three elements. Okay, suppose if you take 9, then 9 does not divide 3. Okay, so that is why I am saying that these are the only elements which divide 3, 9 and 12. Okay, now we want to find here greatest lower bound. Okay, all these are the lower bounds, but out of these two, which one is greatest? 3 is the greatest. Okay, so the greatest lower bound is 3. Okay, so the greatest lower bound is 3. Now we want to find upper bound. Okay, next we want to find upper bounds. Okay, now we next want to find upper bound. Upper bounds, see, upper bound is actually that element to which all these three elements divide. Okay, mean we want to find that x, okay, such that this x is divisible by 3, 9 and 12. So what is that element which is divisible by all these three elements? That element is called the LCM of these numbers. Okay, so I find the LCM of these numbers now. 3, 9 and 12. First of all, I divide it by 2. What do I get? 3, 9 and 6. Then again I divide it by 2. 3, 9 and 3. Okay, then divide it by 3. What do you get? 1, 3, 1 and then again 1. Okay, So you see, 2 to the 4, 4 into 9 is 36. So upper bounds are 36 and the multiples of 36. Okay, mean these are the numbers, okay, to which all these three numbers divide. Okay, 108. But you see that if you want to find least upper bounds, then among all these select the minimum element. So what is the minimum element? Minimum element is 36. So 36 is the least upper bound. Okay, there can be many upper bounds, but the least upper bound, whenever it exists, it is always unique. Okay? There can be uh, many uh, greatest lower bound. Okay, there can be many greatest lower bound. Sorry, there can be many lower bounds. Okay, there can be many lower bounds, but the greatest lower bound, this is also unique. Okay, so I repeat that whenever you want to find the lower bound, it means find that element which divide all these three elements. Okay, so 1 and 3 are those elements which divide all these three elements. Okay, but out of these, which one is the greatest? Greatest is 3. Okay, now next we want to find that element. Okay, uh, which is actually divisible by all these three elements. So such element is called the LCM of the numbers. So we now find the LCM. So after finding LCM, we find that the number is 36. So number 36 and its multiple, okay, they are all divisible by 3, 9, and 12. But out of these, which one is the least? Least is 36. Okay, so that is why this least upper bound, it is also called LUB. Okay, least upper bound, and this is called GLB, mean greatest lower bound. So the least upper bound here is 3. Okay, so thank you very much, students. I will share more videos with you people in the next lecture.